Creating one of the best cities in America was not an easy task. It took hard work, commitment, and dedicated community members with a vision for the future. Fortunately, 35 years ago, our great city of Santa Clarita had these factors in spades. Now, 3.5 decades later, Santa Clarita is a thriving community regularly recognized for being a safe, family-friendly, economically viable place to live, work, and play. When our city was founded in 1987, it was 39 square miles. Today, Santa Clarita has grown to more than 70 square miles with a population of more than 228,000 residents. We had only 7 parks at the time of incorporation, and now our city has 36 amazing parks with more on the way. Santa Clarita also boasts over 100 miles of off-street trails, more than 13,000 acres of preserved open space, and a really famous Old Town New Hall, 3 Metrolink stations, 3 libraries, 2 community centers, the Aquatic Center, Santa Clarita Sports Complex, Skate Park, the Cube Trek Bike Park of Santa Clarita, just to name a few achievements over the last 35 years. One of my personal passions has been the creation and success of our Open Space Preservation District. Since voters overwhelmingly approved the district in 2007, we have added 13,000 acres of open space to the greenbelt surrounding our city. This year alone, we added more than 450 acres, including the critical Bee Canyon area, which brought 208 acres to our open space district. And another 200 acres were added adjacent to the Haskell Canyon open space. This natural land is preserved for the benefit of our environment, wildlife, health, and the enjoyment of generations to come. The Rim of the Valley Corridor Preservation Act is a critical component in preserving irreplaceable resources in Santa Clarita, as well as ensuring native wildlife can remain in their natural habitat and travel safely through the mountain ranges circling the Los Angeles Basin. As many of you know, the city has been a strong supporter and advocate for this very important bill. This critical piece of legislation seeks to expand the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area, adding nearly 120,000 acres of the Rim of the Valley Corridor, including vital portions of open space in the Santa Clarita Valley. More importantly, this bill enables the National Park Service to partner with the city and other agencies to better protect natural resources and habitats, and provide members of the community with improved access to precious open space for both recreational and educational purposes. I am encouraged to see that with the support of our very own Congressman Mike Garcia, this legislation passed the House of Representatives earlier this year and recently passed the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. As we have made strong strides in advancing this legislation, we continue to work in the Senate with our federal representatives, including Senator Dianne Feinstein, Senator Padilla, and Congressman Garcia, in ultimately securing the enactment of this paramount legislation. This year, we welcomed our 36th park to Santa Clarita. The picturesque Weste Canyon Park is 11 acres with an expansive playground, pickleball, tennis, and basketball courts, and an outdoor picnic gazebo. This new park is also home to the historic Mitchell River House. This stunning farmhouse-style structure boasts exposed wood beams, natural light, and old-time craftsmanship. It pays homage to the history of our valley, while also providing a beautiful backdrop for weddings and other celebrations. Major enhancements are underway at Central Park, where there will be an additional 4 fields with more restrooms and parking, and enhancements to our dog park, and a really cool exercise staircase of 150 steps, which will be a new challenge. This summer, we broke ground on the new inclusive play area at West Creek Park. This project is for all children, and it will nearly triple the size of the play area. We will have inclusive play equipment, a community fitness area, and a unique basketball hoop, all under a shade structure. Let's get ready to lace up your roller skates because plans are in the works for a spectacular covered outdoor roller rink. The project will be located at the Santa Clarita Sports Complex adjacent to the gymnasium, and it is anticipated to include a gated roller rink with a single-story covered structure, shaded spectator seating, an audio booth with a sound system, bringing many options for recreation in this new area, and it is rentable. In addition, we are working toward a second bike park, enhancements at David March Park, expanding the newly acquired 2.5 acres at Canyon Country Park. There will be a new park at Villa Princesa with 4 ball fields, a great new addition that is now in the planning. We are coordinating with Los Angeles County to get ownership of the incredibly beautiful and historic William S. Hart Park in Old Town Newhall. All of these amazing projects are possible thanks to the city's conservative budget strategy and our ability to create a growing, balanced budget that funds several community and council priorities, while also maintaining stability to continue providing a high level of service and overall quality of life for residents. The fiscal year 2022-23 budget totals $299.3 million with a healthy 20% operating emergency reserve. This budget allows for progress on many of the action items in the Santa Clarita 2025 strategic plan. Some of the highlights include funding operations and maintenance at the new Canyon Country Community Center, a mobile command unit for emergencies, the design of new parks, and continued construction of the Sand Canyon Trail, just to name a few. As your mayor, I will continue to passionately protect our city and stand against any and all projects and attempts to destroy what we love and appreciate about our home in Santa Clarita. This includes continuing to oppose placing high-risk felons at Camp Scott in Bouquet Canyon. The dilapidated camp was built in the 1950s and would take way too much taxpayer dollars and way too much time to retrofit for the proposed use. The LA County Juvenile Justice Realignment Block Grant Subcommittee has realized that it would take 50 to 60 months, up to 5 years, and approximately $40 million to complete the renovations needed. Combine this with the city's pending California Environmental Quality Act lawsuit against the county, and this site makes absolutely no sense as an option for this proposed use. We will remain vigilant and steadfast that Camp Scott is not a suitable or practical location to house these serious offenders. As we celebrate 35 years of cityhood, we must vow to remember the people, places, and events that have shaped Santa Clarita. As Maya Angelou famously said, you can't really know where you are going until you know where you have been. This is why we have made preserving the critical and extensive historical sites at Heritage Junction, Pioneer Oil Refinery, Mentryville, and many other locations like Beals Cut as a priority. A new addition to Heritage Junction was welcomed last year. A Southern Pacific caboose is now latched to the 1900 steam locomotive. This caboose was actually used on the rail line that went through our community. Having these pieces from our community's past brings history alive for our children. Soon, kids will be able to climb aboard, have their parties on the caboose, and get a taste of what it was like to be a train engineer more than a century ago. I am so proud of all our city of Santa Clarita has accomplished over the past 3.5 decades, and we are just getting started.